there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Great War mod. Last time around we fought the British, and we were able to more or less dismantle 3 full stacks. However, we took quite the beating as well, and in desperate need of reinforcements. They're on the way, a small one shipped across the channel, so hopefully they'll arrive to aid us. We're also constructing, or we're building 2 machine guns, and then we're gonna have some rifle grenadiers join in as well. There's not much left to do in this turn, so what I have left is the invasion of Ireland. Let's go ahead and kick that off. And then we'll end turn and see what comes next. So we're crossing the strait and we're fighting the Irish. Our former allies, I gave them money, technology, I started trade with them, but for some reason I guess they got too big for their own best interest or whatever, because they decided to declare war on the Scottish, my actual vassal and ally, and I cannot stand by while they do that. So we'll have to destroy them. As the Irish lack artillery, they are forced to move on towards my defensive positions, as we can see right here. I've gone ahead and built up a few trenches as the Irish are crossing the open ground to get us. Did I forget to place the bombs again? I'm pretty sure I placed bombs out here. Clearly not. Anyways, the Irish infantry stands no chance really against our prepared positions, and especially without artillery support. Here's what the Irish unit looks like. Unfortunately for them, I've already said it before, but they decided to go for the college. Or it wasn't really them, it was the British that controlled the territory before them that decided to set it as a college rather than a factory, so no heavier types of units are able to be recruited, meaning they're stuck with early infantry and early cavalry. They're moving straight in front of the machine gun here. Maybe if I actually fire on this one, the shots should go through this unit. As they keep aiming for the edge here, the shots would be flying through, shooting up most of this unit. But I do think once the general is killed, that is when we'll see a complete destruction. Oh, it's my rifle grenadiers. They are within range. And grenades are starting to land close to this infantry unit right here. General's gone, as the machine gun made short work of them. And soon, most of the army is about to follow. We have a few units that still linger. I think actually this one might need more firepower against it. Machine guns firing on that. We've got multiple units firing on the Irish out in the open. And soon enough, a victory will be complete. Actually, I can possibly move rifle grenadiers over to here. We might be able to fire off some grenades into that direction and destroy the enemy. The heavy guns being brought up by the army is obliterating the Irish, as they have no way to retaliate against our artillery. And there I think we have it. No, one unit still remains. Steadfast, ready to defend the Irish coastline. Just as I say that, we've got a bomb exploding right next to us. And there we go. It's all over. We will be able to cross into Irish territory and make our way down to the capital to capture this province. Here's the result of the battle. We deployed 1,700 men, 1,800 men you might say, against 3,500 of the enemy. They lost more or less everything. We only 200 men making it out, while we lost 200 men. So we have about 1,600 men remaining. All good. Highest kills goes to machine guns, followed by howitzers. No surprise there. And then after all of that we got Imperial Marines. Wonderful. The Irish army is forced away and we land on Irish soil. I should actually get a spy plane over here to see what we can kind of spot. It could be of use to spot what the Irish put in store for us down here. So they have got a full stack, but it's the same thing as before, and then we crushed here. So they don't really have a lot to put up against us. Ireland will fall, there's no question about it. A little bit more of a predicament here, but I've already gone through that. No more moves to make. Time to end turn and see what the enemy has in store for me. The British are undaunted by the dismemberment of those three armies, and they're continuing to send all their forces directly towards us. And also this... I forgot. I knew there was a battle, I forgot. I should have sent in my ships to kill this fleet. And now, because of my foolishness, the British have sallied forth and intercepted my transports. They'll have to retreat back to port. And there we're back after the end turn, so there was quite a few things that happened. Not that I care about this. We do have a Russian force. I'm not entirely sure where they came from. Went all the way out here to raid this place. We've got workers on strike in Moscow, but that we should clear up. It's not even a problem right now, even. Aircraft detected, workers on strike. Troops recruited, tanks, stuff like that. Nothing was built. My army is full speed ahead towards here. The White Army was unable actually to reach Smolensk. I'm just going to move them right within range here. So I might just... Well, they're going to lay siege to it. The question is if they're going to attack it immediately. And then up here, Mackensen is actually able to bypass this Russian army and go directly to Novgorod. It'll bring in this army as reinforcements. It'll come up behind us. Tons of Russian flamethrower units. Interesting. Trench gunners, that's shotguns. Anti-tank snipers. Mackensen doesn't have any tanks, but we do have tanks in the area. Interesting. Also, quite a few lifeguard units. But we'll lay the siege for now. These are the tanks, the reason why they're recruiting anti-tank rifles. So that's what's going on there. Revolution is about to kick off. You can't stop it. The Soviets are on the way. Down here, the White Army... I'm not entirely sure if they fought each other. They seem to have fought each other here, the smaller forces, with a victory for the regular army. However, once the bigger white force comes in, it will swipe away the force here. So I have taken Kiev, and I've got cavalry. I was going to send the cavalry, I was going to send it back. Let's send it out to deal with these guys over here that are burning the countryside. We're building ships. There's a surge of Ottoman troops moving through. They're also spamming flamethrowers. Moving through here. I think they're on their way here. Not so many troops moving this way. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah, my lord.
Where the Russians actually have quite a substantial force. I'm gonna check the road here. I want to see if... Oh, we do have something on the move. However, it's not moving towards Kiev. Instead, it's moving down to Little Odessa. It looks as though they will run into the Ottomans, though, hopefully. Hopefully the Ottomans leave at least one army there to kind of save me from having to fight this big army with just some mounted infantry. To actually give this area a chance, we're gonna need some machine guns. We can't recruit artillery, but the next best thing would to be rifle grenadiers. And if the Ottomans could actually let me through, let Hindenburg through, that would be nice. So he doesn't have to go through the terrain to actually get through. Wonderful ally, the Ottomans. So that's what's going on there. Nothing more to be said about that. As we go back, yes, this time I will not forget to destroy those. And that should allow my reinforcement to be dropped off somewhere around here. But that looks to be too late, as the British have already gathered. We've got a massive force here. Tons of artillery, heavy howitzers, New Zealand troops, even more troops here in this army, and even more here. I think the best choice is actually to leave Cardiff and head for the hills to hold resistance there and not just engage with them, because all this artillery is coming in. It's just gonna absolutely wipe us away. And I kind of want to keep this army here, or keep it in somewhat of an attacked state. Can I... We do have bomber planes. Will they... The chance of actually being successful in any of these bombing runs is not very high. But I think it's the equivalent of when the spy sabotages, so they cannot move. Which would be wonderful if I could actually get that on... I would have to get it on all three armies, though, to stop the attack. So that's definitely not going to happen. I'm thinking this force, Heinrich von Preußen, or Preußen, will be sent to deal with this force, and then the main force will steam along here and take out this force. I just kind of want to scout out a little bit as well what's going on there. We do have a French navy. We're moving closer to the Irish capital. We're bringing in our troops. And then the reconnaissance plane is coming down here, setting up here. Okay, so they've actually got a little fleet. In terms of the troops, it looks like it's the same old, same old. Oh, he was shot down. God damn it. But yeah, here's the college that they've got. If they'd made a factory here instead, they could have had some heavy equipment. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to leave, and we're gonna go as far away up the... I don't think there's any Welsh mountains, but we're gonna go as far away as possible. Unfortunately, no rifle grenadiers for us. With that, we're gonna burn the infrastructure as we go. We're gonna keep this because that is gonna cause instability in the province. I could give the province to the Scottish, but that will kind of be just to disallow them from attacking Wales, but that would kind of be breaking the spirit of the game in a way. Like it's like a cheat move. They wouldn't be able to go in. It would save my army, and then I could attack out. But I'm not gonna do that. Let's see, what else was there? Yes, the Italians moved to go ahead and dislodge my fleet, which is now on its way to pick up my army over here. The danger here is there's so many nasty enemy fleets close by that I'm kind of wondering. Most of the Italian fleet also left this port open, so we actually have 2 additional ships to join in with this force right here. So I think we're going to join these 2 forces before we try to pick up an army here, because I'm pretty sure as soon as I do, there will be a counter, like they'll counter by sending out this navy to fight us. And with only these 3 ships, I don't think I have a chance. But if we add on this fleet right here, I think we actually got a little bit of a chance. So I'm going to bring these down here. We're going to leave this port and come to here. I should actually get an admiral in on my super dreadnought. Let's take this one. Reinhard Scheer will take command. He didn't end up. He ended up on the battle cruiser. I thought I had selected the dreadnought, the super dreadnought. Right. So we've got a pretty good fleet. That's gonna move over there. I wish I could join it with the rest of the fleet up here, but we still have the problem of these guys. I want to see where the second French fleet is. It should be around here somewhere. Huh, yeah, it's not. It could be literally anywhere then. If we can't spot it here, it can be. They can be hiding anywhere. It could be here. It could be here. It could have moved towards here. Huh. Anyway, so that's the plan. Go here, pick up this army. And the cavalry. I was sending them off to push out the fleet. I'm not so sure I will do it right now, right away. Just because that will send them on their way towards us, possibly. So I want to kind of hold off that until I'm able to actually land a force, take out the Italians, which would be nice. We need something to protect this harbor. But I would actually need a ship to be stationed in the harbor to protect it properly. So we're going to do it like that. And then we're going to get some extra troops there. And yes, so for today, the real battle today, there's a number of naval battles here. I could go up and fight these, but that would only open up that. I would want to crush this one. I'm not entirely sure which is the best here, because there's lots of enemy navies. But I'll definitely have to play this one and something here. But I think, because I've already done so many naval battles, we're gonna try and skip that and instead go for a land battle. And we did have some line on, not line battle, but we did have a battle lined up. We could attack here, and that's a small battle. So really this one, Mackensen attacking Novgorod, is the battle we've got for us today. And I think that's a pretty good one. So with that, let's go ahead and attack. The forces are quite even. We're looking at about 3,000 forces on either side. However, the Russians the forces is kind of split up. They do have a machine gun there, but there's tons of home guard, completely useless. And then the flamethrowers will be shot down long before they get close to us. But yeah, it'll be somewhat of an interesting fight. It's actually in favor of the Russians for some reason, which I can't see why, since I've got long-range siege guns compared to their old-style artillery. Anyways, enough talking. Let's go ahead and capture yet another victory condition region. I have no idea at all where, well, not at all, I shouldn't say that, but I don't know where the enemy reinforcement's going to come in. It looks though as it would be coming in from behind us. I've gone ahead and placed my assault pioneers over here with the bombs facing that way. We're going to rush forward and destroy this army of home guard, and then we're going to turn against wherever that reinforcement comes in. Hopefully it actually comes kind of... Because given, roughly if you look on the map, the town was here, my army is set up kind of here, and then they were kind of to this side. So they would be coming out in this kind of area. Should be anyways. With that said, let's go ahead and start. Okay, let's see. Ah! Okay, I was hoping they would be coming closer to here, so they'll actually have a better chance of riding onto the bombs. But I'm pretty sure I can get them to come at me if we show ourselves visible. I'm gonna send my Finnish Jaegers into the woods with the normal Jaegers over to this side. And with that, we should have a pretty good defense. He's riding straight towards the bomb right now. I'm gonna have to turn these guys around, because otherwise they'll be run down by the Lancers. They didn't trigger the bomb, but they were stopped by the fire of the assault pioneers. Let's try not to shoot each other. I'm definitely sure that I put the... Yeah, I'm right on the bomb. And clearly the guys rode straight over it. I don't know. Oof. 66 men. High loss for that unit. Right. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. They're marching against me. I'm gonna move forward with machine guns. That might actually be enough to send them away. And with that, I could turn all the infantry towards this side. And we can have the elites instead set up on either side of the machine guns. And that should kind of be enough to stop these guys from attacking. Machine guns should be within range. I've got my mounted infantry ready to move in on their light machine guns. We're going to move off to this side, and we're going to move around. Their machine guns have opened fire, and they're hitting my guard units. They're going to tear them up if I don't do anything about it. So we're going to start opening fire with the artillery, and the cavalry is going to come over to that side. At the same time, we're setting up defense here. And we're going to filter out the units to the side. So 3 infantry units going to this side, and these 2 are going to stay on the flank of the Finnish Jaegers. The elites moving to that side. We're not actually getting terrible losses here. I think they're being kind of tossed around by my artillery. But also the fact that they're firing through the woods here and the woods over here. I should halt the barrage as I want to charge in. Instead, we should focus on the infantry here and there. And so now the cavalry comes in. I'm gonna make sure that they don't shoot each other. Didn't shoot that many. They're relocating to go ahead and attack the cavalry.
No time to stop and dismount and shoot them down. Draw your swords and charge down the machine gun. Looks like this unit might be turning to fire on the cavalry. Before we're even done here, we need to get through. Ah, they shit. One unit just fired on the other and killed like 80 men. Oh yes, artillery, focus over here instead. Oh, some bombs are going in. Close to my cavalry. We're gonna continue through. I think there's a piece of artillery there. What's the machine guns firing at? Fire on this, don't fire here anymore. Cavalry continuously going through our enemies. Oh! I relocated the artillery, but I guess clearly not fast enough. We've run through all of these. The machine gun is still alive, actually. We'll run through the home guard. Machine guns hold fire. The guards are now coming up. The cavalry is kind of on the last leg here as they move forward. Right, the enemy is coming forth. Let's move the troops into action. This unit's lost a lot of men. I don't know how. Move forward so the entire line can aid in this fight. Cavalry kind of stuck on this home guard. I will have you retreat towards the hill all the way back there. The machine gun crew, I think the machine guns got destroyed. So yeah, they're just firing rifles now from that area. Still 180 cavalrymen left. But that means they've lost about half the unit. With that, machine gun can open up fire again. Oh, what's here? How did they manage to get this close? Ah, they're shooting up in each other through the flank when it's like that. Or is it is it my own machine guns? Nope, machine guns are firing over here. I'll specifically order them to fire on certain targets. I'm gonna detach you to take care of these. Or actually, no, that's unnecessary. These two forward. Cavalry move to deal with them. We should turn the guns around to face the enemy over here. The light mortar. Oh, that's the shotgun infantry. The assault trench gunners. You can kind of see the blasts of the shotguns going through the woods. The tracer of it. Yeah, there we have them. The Russian trench gunners. Really no need to focus in so much machine gun fire on that. We should see about getting these guys around. Artillery is turning around. These two units, no, might be better use. Have you move back. And then we'll do a line like this instead. The machine gun's going up, setting up there. You moving forward to run out the home guard over there. You guys haven't been able... Oh, it's a single guy. It's a single soldier. Oh, there he goes. Right. I want you to set up in the woods all the way over here. And then you have a possibility of swiping in from the back of the enemy. We are getting hit by mortar, so let's deploy the siege guns. We should push these forward a bit. But actually not too much, because we still have the bombs about in that region. Keep that in mind as we continue here. Oh, that's the flamethrower. I thought the... yeah. We've got tons of Russian flamethrowers going through. Okay, heavy artillery set up. Mackensen move to that side. Machine guns gonna set up over here and then just spray everything down. That home guard unit, I don't like it's too close to my machine guns moving up. And I won't be able to send it out quickly enough, so I'm gonna send in the cavalry. We're gonna run it up through the side, and then the 8th Foot Guards and the 7th is gonna take its place in this wood, being able to fire on the enemy. Machine guns setting up in between, and from there we should have a pretty good setup against the enemy. We've got a line going through. Heavy artillery, I don't know what you're focusing on right now, but you should be focusing on the mortar group. The general got hit. The home guard, it actually holds on. My cavalry should be tired at this point, so... But once the guards come in, then it's all over for the enemy. Move out here. On the foot guards. Moves forward. Takes a good position. Machine gun should now be able to open up fire, at least one of them. I'm gonna fire through this. And we're starting to see Russian troops falter. And it's kind of a perfect angle as we're firing up through the side of the unit. And once they kind of stop here, we'll see the bullets just come flying up through here. And just destroy this unit within seconds. As soon as the second machine gun opens up, there's not gonna... The second machine gun isn't gonna have time to open up because the unit's gonna be gone by then. Fire on the second home guard unit. Thing is, I'm not sure where all the flamethrowers went. They have the possibility of hiding everywhere. So, if I advance out into the field, it could be that we just run into them. Or you can see all the bullets coming down on this unit from the machine guns, completely obliterating this unit, actually obliterating some hidden flamethrower units. Could very well have just accidentally, just by all the bullets were flying this way, ended up killing some of those flamethrower units. Not entirely sure why the enemy's just standing there. And if we go all the way over here, what's going on? I see anti-tank snipers. Heavy artillery has destroyed that. There's basically nothing left here, so I'll order an advance. It's a little bit still in the woods, but if we take forward positions, that should do just fine. I kind of want to trigger the flamethrowers to actually fire a little bit, so I'm going to move forward, close the distance. Run to your positions. I think the Russian army might falter and run away before the flamethrower is not going to fire. This flamethrower might fire. I want at least one enemy flamethrower to fire at me. No, stop! Don't shoot at him! Are they firing? I think they are. Oh, that killed actually quite a lot. It has been improved, it's just that you need to get the right angles. I mean, it's wonderful. The flamethrower looks wonderful and just at this point actually does quite a bit of damage. In earlier versions, it was mostly just like a flame show. Like it was entertainment more than actually useful. I think they actually killed about... in total there? Oh, wait, let's take a look. Yeah, that actually killed quite a lot. So that was that worked out really well for the Russians, not so much for me. But it was a cool demonstration of the power of the flamethrower. If you can get it to just get it to the right angle, catch your enemy off guard, and you can just turn his troops into ash. But with that said, we have won this battle. And it's time to go back to the campaign map. And here's the result of that battle. So we lost 1,300 men out of our 3,000 men army. Not great, that's about half our troops. I wonder how many of those men died needlessly to my flamethrower experiment. However, the Russian forces were utterly devastated, with more or less everyone dying. Only 77 men remaining in the enemy force. Machine guns did most of the work, followed by siege guns, infantry, guard infantry, Finnish Jaegers. Mounted infantry actually turned up very low here. I thought they'd do more, since I was able to actually pull off quite a few chargers and just break up a lot of units. But I think that's really what they did, that they were able to break up the units but not actually kill that many in those charges. Effective, but it won't turn up in the numbers of kills they made. Could have maybe done better in terms of kills if I dismounted them somewhere and they would be left to fire on the enemy. But with that, we have managed to take Novgorod, which is wonderful. They actually remain some units here. Interesting. Not really interesting, but it's something. Oh, did I had the fighter plane in here. I did not know that. Can he go ahead? Oh, he can go ahead and try and shoot down. Huh. Interesting. So they land both of their planes, and then they go out to do a good old sword fight. Now, I mean, pilots are pretty, like, cavalier type people, but I didn't know that it was to this point. Oh. We lost? Yeah. But there we have it. There we have it. A victory, although a costly one, puts us in control of another region. Another victory region, leaving only 2 victory regions left to hold, which is England and Ingria. This region, Smolensk region, is kind of contested at the point, so we'll put that as a 50-50. Currently, it doesn't look like we'll have a good shot on England, right? Well, I could, but it would kind of... It's one of those things, again, where, I mean, I could take the reinforcement force and probably move it here, and in a way work my way to cut the defenders down. Now they have some, but most of them will spawn. But you know, that would also kind of be working against the spirit of the game. Like, we would want to defeat most of this in an open battle rather than, you know, bypassing them, capping this, and just have everything of this disband because it's the last region. Although at this point it won't be the last region, because it looks like they're going to be able to take back Wales. Anyways, high time to end the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!